I was thinking about this first video and some of the information I wanted to talk about. I don't really have any information to share. So this is more of a practice session to see what it's like to talk to a computer and to use a tripod instead of my own hands to hold the phone, which is the camera. And I just checked in with the noontime lunch bunch on the local ham radio net frequency, and some of the things that I want to talk about, which I wanted to mention it for the past few check-ins, is how boring it can be to be awake on the day shift after working the night shift and staring out the window. Nothing's happening, whether it be cloudy or rainy, but still thinking to myself about this text that I read, whether it be a history book or a philosophical treatise, I don't remember, but a woman said, "Pray for boring days. Pray for boring days." So I guess I should be thinking about that when I stare out the window and nothing is going on. The other thing that we talked about today, and that I did have a chance to talk about on the net, had to do with where we get our weather forecasts. And I talked about weather.gov, not only because it gives a good weather forecast here locally, but also because I can entertain myself by looking at the remote mountaintops, say Mount Washington, New Hampshire, to check the wind speed or the crazy weather that it's getting. Weather Underground is another website that I like to look at because it seems like it's linked to home weather stations that people have put up, somehow digitize the information. I like that because it gives microclimates. And then, of course, I mentioned one of those distant memories that we all have, perhaps of our parents. My father used to tell me when I grew up in New England, when the wind blew and you could see the underside of the leaves on the tree, that meant that there would be rain following shortly thereafter. And although that seems a lot just like folk tale forecasting, I think it's still a good story. And I've shared that story with my own daughters. And I think when they see the wind blow, feel the wind blow, and they look and they see the leaves showing their underside, they probably think back to that folklore forecasting story as well. Well, that's all I have to say for my first video. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.